and welcome back to Little Squid League 49. It's still Inquiry and Robert for the round 2 of the groups. This time we're in Group I with a match opposing 4 of a kind versus Fruit Loops. How are you doing, Rob?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to see 4 of a kind here. They've shown up a couple times, to LSL. They've made their appearances, I believe, in both the Diamond and Gold bracket. Also, a Div 8 team. Should be very interesting to see on stream today. But we also got a newer team, being Fruit Loops. This is their first appearance to LSL as a team.
Yeah, we couldn't gather much information about Fruit Loops. We know one of their players, Sigma, got third in the silver bracket of LSL 30, so it was a while ago. I mean, I can see that they have a Aerosplay player, someone playing Dapples, someone playing Tentabrella, some unusual weapons, but can be very interesting to see.
Agreed. This is a newer team, so they're trying out different compositions. Definitely some nice variety going on with this team as we now get started and we get to see what kind of, compositions they'll bring out to round 1 here on Inkblot.
Yep, let's see. So they have on the side of Fruit Loops, they have Decav, Tentabrella Pencil, and Dreadringer. And on the side of 4 of a kind, we have very basic comp, ends up 96 Bucket and T-Tech. So double strikes and not a lot of Slayer weapons except for the Bucket. There's already a -2 happening for Fruit Loops, so it's a huge opening for them.
Yeah, this is looking really good so far. We now got the cooler out, 2 down on the side of Fruit Loops. This is going to be 4 of a kind's opportunity to make a power clam and try and see if they can start making a push happen here.
Be careful about that roof slider, but it doesn't hit. It enables the Zap player to open that basket. Be careful about that T-Tech here. Have some clams putting them into that basket. 74 points left for 4 of a kind. It's not a big push, but it's still a push, and that can be important on the long term.
Absolutely. Just getting some points on the board is always nice, but also, not making a substantial push means that we've given, the side of Fruit Loops a power clam for the rest.
And it's already a wipeout happening with an amazing push by the Decaf player, opening that basket, putting some clams in, but they still have the pity at home. So they already have another push in their reserve if they want one. Pushes out, 62 points left. Great opening by them, and they're already on mid to defend the reverse push by 4 of a kind.
Yeah, already a great start by Fruit Loops here. But 4 of a kind does have that cooler out, so they can be a little bit more aggro, a bit more, risky. Might see, as we now see the tri-strikes as they try to, slowly get into their base here to potentially make another push.
Yeah, probably great push appearance for 4 of a kind. Fruit Loops defense is a bit archaic for the moment. They got killed and are not positioned as a block, so they're gonna have a hard time pushing. 47.7, this push is out for 4 of a kind, and with only half of the game played, we still had we already had a lot of action. So both teams are playing really aggressive for the moment.
Yeah, sometimes in Clam Blitz, a good offense is what you need, but right now it's just, a bunch of trades going on. As Fruit Loops gets into their base with it, or no?
No. It was a defense.
You're absolutely right. Fruit Loops is trying to find a way to get out of their base. as
Trying to
they're
find a way, but the bucket,
the-
bucket taking 1 kill. What? The bomb didn't hit? Miss bomb. The Kraken is out though on For the Kind side, taking 1 good kill. I mean, the only one left is the decap. Can they defend a bit alone? They have to defend both sides. They're coming on right and on left side. Clam is in the hand of that zap, rushing to the basket, opening it, and it's continuing to flow for the Kind. I mean, they can't stop pushing for the moment, just putting so much pressure on Fruit Loops.
Yeah, and I mean, they're trying to find a way to get through bats to maybe get some clams in, but unfortunately, they just did not have the opportunity to do so, which, you know, was kind of a dead push there, giving Fruit Loops, you know, a pity to you know, use for their own kind of counter push. They do have some control here in mid, good amount of paint. They got, you know, some specials on the board. They got 3, sorry, that they're getting ready to pop out. So this might be, you know, Fruit Loops' time to counter here and get like a potential lead over For the Kind.
I mean, they do. I mean, they don't even have the opportunity because there are only 2 left at mid. The only one left for now is the Tent Umbrella, having 7 clams but unable to go in. Nice jump kill by the decap, but getting punished right at the landing. 10 seconds left, and Fruit Loops definitely need to push if they want to win that game.
They do, but unfortunately, one of their players goes too far forward, losing, you know, a 1v1 here. They're down a player, and they gotta find an opening, but it seems that they're kind of getting pincered in their own base here.
Yeah, For the Kind are just continuously pushing to keep Fruit Loops out of their own plat, and I mean, for the moment it's working, and Fruit Loops had an opportunity to push, but it was already too late. And that's game 1 going to For the Kind.
Overall, still a very good showing for both teams here. Fruit Loops, you know, having done some decent offense and defense, but For the Kind, as our, you know, experienced LSL team, you know, showing out and taking game 1 here.
Taking game 1, so it was Clam's Inkblot Art Academy. And now we're going to a very static map mode. Splat Zone on Shipshape Cargo Company. It's a very interesting map because like the zone is below the mid, like in a below the mid, and we have like 2 tops almost creating a bridge on top of that mid on each side of it. And overall, the map is like very thin and very long.
Yeah, which, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how our 2 teams here approach that kind of layout for zones.
Layer's definitely interesting. Like it favors a lot long ranges, of course. Like if you have a charger, if you have a weapon with crab, it's gonna be really good on it. But at the same time, you gotta watch out for flanks. Like if you're going to your right side of the zone, someone can still get up onto the grid and challenge you if it's a weapon like Splatana Stamper that are really good on that map because they can hit below the ledge.
That's true. I mean, I think the only team here that has any kind of range that we know of is the Fruit Loops team, where they've got a Splatling and a Not player.
Yeah, I mean, let's see how it goes. They also have like a bucket. They have apparently a Rapid Pro deco, so it can be interesting to see. Let's see which weapon both teams picked. Oh, we have a pencil, comeback of the 96, and it's basically the same weapons on the side of Fruit Loops. So no major changes, but I mean, those weapons are really good on that map anyway, so.
That's true. I mean, both, you know, keeping the tent shield is actually going to be pretty nice for this kind of zone, as it can actually kind of like, you know, hold up a decent amount of space here for the side of Fruit Loops. But already we're seeing 2 go down on the side of Froot Loops. 4 of a Kind already taking a very strong start here.
Very strong start, like picking 3 kills and forcing one out. And Froot Loops needs to come back, and on that map, let me tell you, it's not easy to come back because, like, see, the pencil is just completely blocked onto that top left. They have the specials ready though, like the Zuka is out, the Cooler is out, but the Kraken is out too on 4 of a Kind's side, picking up some great kills. No, they're getting punished by the Decapitator. And now it's Froot Loops' turn to push, and they can really revert the situation here because they have a very good comp at keeping people off of mid.
And if you saw that, folks, we just witnessed the Decapitator absolutely wipe the floor with the hammer that was trying to make a flank. Now it went after the Zuka. It sets its bubble before going down. Really good play by the Decapitator there.
Yeah, this bubble is very important. It completely blocks one side of the mid. And I mean, it's not even on mid. It's like almost going far into the spawn. Kraken is out, but a bit blocked by that Tentabrella. Decapitator managing to get 1 kill. Kraken ending and getting punished right after that zone, and the counter is still going down for Froot Loop. They have almost the win. They do have the win. Going to them with like a completely different pace than last game, but same kind of dominance.
Yeah, I mean, it was very, very well done on the side of Froot Loops. That Decapitator put in a lot of work. You know, really, it displaced the Snipe Rider a couple times, and just throwing it off, and then able to just wall them off and KO was just very impressive for the side of Froot Loops.
Yeah, very impressive plays indeed, but 4 of a Kind need to answer because now Froot Loops have all the momentum they need to get that win. On Rainmaker Scorch Gorge, again, completely different map. Like, it's this time the layout is very open, the map is very wide. You have some place to move around, but it's still a map where ledges are really, really important to get control of.
Absolutely, yeah. I have to agree with you on there. And Scorch is got a lot of those.
I mean, Scorch is a very classic map, especially on Rainmaker. Like, it's still a bit weird because it can be very hard to push further than like the 30 points mark because it's getting thinner and thinner the more you go forward. But at the same time, until you're not passing those 30 points range, the map is very cool because you have a lot of paths possible. You have a lot of plays that you can do, and it really enables like people to play the way they want, as long as you have, of course, a working composition. But a lot of playstyle work on this one. Of course, range is going to be very good on that, and shocking is a bit hard because you don't have a lot of place to hide. But yeah, overall, it's a very, very classic map. I mean, almost everyone loves playing on it. It's very solid.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very, very standard Rainmaker map. I'd say it's like one of the few that really works well. I'm interested to see how this really turns out, though. I'm quite surprised at the incredible performance by Froot Loops, really flipping expectations set on them as a newer team. I know that they do have some experience with, for instance, they do have some experience with Yaga's tournament that they have on Sendao. But it's like honestly like a really interesting 1-to-1 so far.
Yeah,
really excited to see how it turns out.
Both teams really playing well and showcasing what they can do. I mean, a team after the other, like we had one dominant game from 4 of a Kind, then a dominant game from Froot Loops. I mean, we can just hope that it won't be the case for Game 3, as the teams are getting ready and we should hop into the game soon. I mean, we have a lot of possibility for a very, very tense and close game.
Yeah, and now we're finally getting to jump right into this here. The Decapitator is back, so I'm expecting some absolute havoc to be unleashed by the side of Froot Loops. While we also see, I think this is the first time we see the heavy edit on the side of Four of a Kind.
Yeah, Four of a Kind getting the heavy edits out for that map. I mean, Pencil, some might say that it became not that good anymore because of the patch. I think the weapon's still completely fine, even with some might say a huge nerf. But Headed is definitely getting to see more and more plays because it's very mobile. It offers even some aggressiveness for a backline weapon. So it can be very interesting. For the moment, both teams are just judging the other one. So, I mean, Froot Loops had Four of a Kind, sorry, had an opportunity push, but it didn't went quite well. Froot Loops are still back onto the mid to defend, and it's just neutral position again.
Yeah, I mean, we might see Froot Loops kind of take some advantage here. They do have some specials ready to go, get in some paint, but unfortunately an immediate loss of that roof slider. We see somebody's trying to shark with the help of the Tenebrella. It does not work in their favor. Four of a Kind now in the opportunity to really make a good push forward, as there's just one person remaining to slow them down.
Yeah, completely unleashed. The Galat made some very, very good kills here and just continues to output some pressure, jumping back onto that Rainmaker to go back to the fight safely. And that's an impressive push by Four of a Kind, as they still managed to get that pressure up. It's -3, they need to push. Okay, the Tentabrella is the only one remaining for the moment. The Vacuum is out, Vacuum completely blocking the advance of Four of a Kind, but it's a huge push, 35 points left. It's going to be hard to equalize.
Absolutely, I mean, Froot Loops is now going to really have to lock in here. Getting at least like 65 points is quite difficult in Scorch Gorge just because of how easy it is to counter when you're above as the defending team.
-3, and Froot Loops are now, able to take a push, but the Rainmaker is only repopping now, so they have to do it all again if they want to open the situation. We can see the decav already posted on the right Splat, but it's still a hard situation to be in. Oh, nice -2, but I mean, the mates aren't following for the moment.
I mean, as much I agree with you, but I feel like we, with this Decapitator, I mean, there's definitely a good chance that they can kind of make it out of here pretty well. They've, got a really good aggro plays, but unfortunately, you're right. The rest of the team didn't follow and back them up here. Now it's just down to them. They're gonna have to retreat and try again, but there's still 2 minutes on the clock. Nothing is really out of the picture just yet for Froot Loops.
Yeah, especially since the checkpoint is broken now, so it's almost a free path if they get the necessary kills to open the defense. But look at Froot Loops still going forward for the moment. I mean, Four of a Kind managed to reset Rainmaker, but it's going to be a hard time because I mean we already have Froot Loops on mid, putting some pressure with that Tentabrella. The Vacuum is out, sucking some ink a bit.
Yeah,
oh, nice kill.
And it gets a nice pick right there. They've got the Tenebrella out to create not only a path, but a bit of a wall to, let them run that Rainmaker, but they gotta protect it from the heavy edit, as it's, quite a difficult weapon to just avoid as a Rainmaker.
Yeah, heavy is still, I mean, it has great range, it has an amazing DPS and can move a lot around, so yeah, difficult weapon to get rid of, especially when you're attacking and the Headed is defending. And Nice defense by Four of a Kind, and now they're taking the right position. I mean, going on bot right to temporize the Rainmaker. They're doing the right choice. Tentabretta trying to push on the right side here, but getting punished. And it's the last chance for Fruit Loops if they want to make it count. Getting killed, 15 seconds left, sorry. Four of a Kind are completely positioned to defend now.
Yeah, unfortunately they did pop their Booyah a little too hastily. Could have been an easier way to kind of slow down the side of Fruit Loops, but they still
They have the Breda, but again, the V-Shot is running, rushing that Rainmaker and offering game 3 and the set to Four of a Kind, winning their round 2.
Honestly, that was really, really well done by the, Four of a Kind there. They had such a great push at the start, and overall just defended them, their base, and defended it in general really well. Still major props to Fruit Loops for showing up and doing really well even in game 3 here.
Yeah, they did well, and I mean the tournament's far from being over. They still have one match of groups to play, and I mean right after you have the bracket, so let's see what where they can place at. We're gonna again have a short break and then hop into round through of the groups.